Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Welcome to This Week with Doug and Josh.
Another
Doug Fields
week.
here, Josh Griffin. I'm
Hello,
looking
hello.
at this photo, Josh, and how come you look like a male model and I look like a
Photoshop.
senior citizen who's getting a checkup?
Who's never used technology before.
Yeah, look at that.
No.
Look at the difference between the picture. Did you direct the graphic artist that did this?
I think AI just knows. Make Josh look great.
Wow.
He needs help is what
Wow.
it thinks.
Hey, everybody. It is December. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello.
Josh and I are a little bit on a high this week.
What a week.
It's been a great week for
been
us,
incredible.
but we're not going to talk about it
Nope.
because we said we've been talking about Sidekick too
All the
much
time,
on the
all the
show.
time. Yeah.
But we launched it this
And
week.
it's in the wild and so
Before
many youth groups used it last night. It was so cool.
previous weeks
It's
and
coming, it's
episodes,
coming, it's
we've said it's
coming.
coming. Now it's officially out. We did a live stream.
It was so fun.
We've had a bunch of our gold members become Gold Plus members to
new
get access
membership
to the
tiers,
phone
the whole bit.
voting. You're wearing a Sidekick Hero shirt.
Yes, I am.
We had a great time. And here's the deal. Instead of us talking about it, just go to the blog and
Yeah,
look at all the different posts and different ways people are
go
using the new
check it out.
Sidekick. It's go to blog.downloadyouthministry.com.
You got it.
Blog.downloadyouthministry.com.
Doug, what's the order? We cover three things every week. We cover what's happening in the church, what's happening in our personal lives, and what's happening in Download Youth Ministry.
Yeah.
What order are we going in this
I
week?
don't care. You choose.
Oh, all right. How about we go to our reader emails? Here we go.
So what is that?
We got one.
I know,
got
but
one
what
email.
what category is that under?
Listen
Well,
up
let's
and
just
we'll
say
see.
we just checked off DYM. We
DYM,
talked about
okay,
the
yeah.
graphic here that's not
Great
favorable
graphic
to me.
and
That we
Sidekick
went live on Sidekick and
TV.
go to the blog.
Check
Okay,
it out. It's
DYM's
amazing.
done.
Here we go. Angie McKay wrote in as the acting middle school associate pastor and says, according to Spotify, I listened to your podcast more than 99.5% of other people this year. So I think that I am literally your biggest fan.
Well,
That's
Angie, I would
big.
say so, 99.5. And
Thank you for listening.
I remember, didn't she go back and listen to everyone
I
since?
think so. Yeah, it's a longer email, which we don't have time for, but it's a great email, and she has her Spotify unwrapped, and it shows her being our top listener.
Yeah, because that was kind of a big thing in social media, whatever you're right? The
Yeah,
last
your
couple
end of the
weeks.
year, it calculates all your stuff you listen to and says, here's your favorite artist.
Okay.
And then she goes on to say, thank you for your ministry, your encouragement. I can honestly say I would not be here right now if it wasn't for you two. Aw.
Nice.
And as you may have noticed from my email signature, I am still temporary after 11 months in this position because things take forever in
Yeah.
church decision making.
And didn't she
That
start
they
as a
do.
volunteer and then 2 youth pastors left and she took over?
Bombarded with all the realities of stepping into hurting and broken ministry, trying to soak up and learn anything I can. It's a great
I
email.
loved the
Thank you,
email
Angie.
mostly because she said she read first 2 years in youth ministry.
She read
and
your
purpose-driven
books.
youth
That's
ministry.
right. She's and
Very intelligent woman.
I hope it moves from acting middle school to you are the middle school associate pastor.
Yeah,
That'd be
that's
awesome.
great. Angie,
Thanks for listening, Angie.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for all of you listening, thank you. And
Absolutely.
screenshot your Spotify.
And if you want to
share.
send an email, you can send it to thisweek@downloadyouthministry.com.
You got it. Or this week at downloadyouthministry.com or any variety you want. It'll all get through.
Yeah, this week at
Yeah.
won't go through, will it?
Yeah,
Or
it will.
did you set it up that
I
way?
put the word at and then at symbol. So yeah, I did all. Yeah.
Wow.
But if you do 2 at symbols, the internet will
You
break.
are so techie.
Don't do that.
You are so techie.
And your skin looks good. You got a new routine going.
You're so
You do
stupid.
look fit. You look fit. Did you
Well,
do
I
CrossFit
am
today?
fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You work hard.
Yeah, I mean, that fit's not the question. The question is old and skin. But Angie is our biggest fan, and that gives me
That makes us her biggest fan. Should we send Angie something as a thank you for being our biggest fan? I feel like we kind of should.
I just sent Scott Tinman.
Oh, Scott's one of our.
He just wrote on the
Listeners,
blog
too.
on
Yes.
Fridays. We do a Sidekick Hero. That's a person using it in the wild, and sent him that shirt.
Oh wow, we just got the shirt.
Yeah.
We should. Well, we should figure out what should we send Angie. Let us know via email at thisweek@down.
Hey, did you ever send that thing that was sitting on your desk?
Still
forever?
sitting on my desk from what was
Really?
what was her name from 5 shows ago. I don't have a stamp in the office. I'm paralyzed.
You are so weak.
All right, I'll take it.
Weak.
I'll mail it today. Heather.
Yes.
It was Heather.
Heather sent me some arthritis cream that you were kind of making fun of me while I was gone one time, and she was gracious enough to send me some arthritis cream, and
it works. It really works. Like smells up the whole office. Really works.
yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Everyone wants to work remote now, but it's great.
I'm okay with that because I like to be here.
Me too. It makes me want to throw confetti.
Josh.
Yes.
Let's talk about church stuff.
Let's talk about church life.
Today in our DYM offices, you kind of mixed two worlds. You brought the Mariners junior high team over here, and you did some spring planning.
Yeah, so it's the middle of it's December, so it's the middle of winter, and we did some like late winter, spring planning, so stuff for the new year, and it was a blast. We just pause every 4 months, 5 months, and look ahead.
Yeah. Now, technically, is it the middle of winter or is it the end of fall?
It's too cold. It was 83 today.
I live in California, so I don't. You've come from Michigan and Wisconsin.
Yeah, they're in pretty deep. It's cold.
Yeah, I was in Colorado this weekend.
You got
Kathy
snow?
and I. Yeah, we got snow Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I was a little scared to drive Monday to the airport, but fine.
You did fine. They're used to snow in Colorado, though.
Yeah, they cleared it quick.
I don't like snow.
Yeah,
I like being
to be cold.
Oh, I like to be cold, but I don't like snow.
Like if you walked into my office right now, the heater's on,
and it's gross.
It's awesome.
It
feels like
human breath, and
it reminds
warmth.
me of my mother's
time in the womb.
Okay, so spring planning. Let's talk about some principles. One of the things I love that you did is you prepared them ahead of time of what to come to this meeting prepared. Now you have there's some interns, you have some paid staff, there were some volunteers.
Yeah, we got a mix of it all.
Most people listening may not have a paid staff, some will, but everybody's got volunteers, and so let's set it up like you can do some planning with a smaller group of volunteers.
Yeah, so my setup, the email ahead of time was think about the ideas. Think of what's worked, what hasn't worked, what you think we should do again, what we should never do again, and spend some time praying about what God would have us do in the season. So it kind of goes without saying in church, you're planning church stuff that you'd pray about it. And I intentionally was directing them going, no, let's actually pray about this and be prepared, have our hearts be ready. And then the day of, so this morning I started off with a little, inspirational speech. And the idea was,
do you want to redo it?
No, I know. But
was there any,
they may take our women. They may, no.
Is there any focus to the inspirational speech?
It was simple. It was just, let's let this be a free-flowing exchange of ideas. So don't stifle ideas. Don't go too tactical. Even if it's a bad idea, there's no such thing as bad ideas. But if it is a bad idea, because there are some, let it riff, let it flow. We'll find a great idea in the middle of a bad idea. And it worked really well.
And did you have food? Did you have drinks? I know there was a big whiteboard.
Food, drinks, whiteboard. I love the whiteboard. The whiteboard had a little bit of guidance. It had a to-do list, so we'd be focused. We had 4 hours. It's a half day we took, and it was awesome and great and good. I will say this. Halfway through the ideation moments, there were 2 people in the room who had not shared a word. Not a single word.
Name them.
Okay,
well, you don't have to.
Our summer intern, who is lovely and wonderful.
Jennifer?
Michelle. Okay. I should have just said yes. Michelle, she's just very quiet. She's wonderful. And so, but she defaults to, I don't speak unless spoken to kind of person. And so I spoke to her and said, hey, Michelle, I haven't heard your voice here. What do you think? Is this a good idea? What, blah, blah. And she had great insight. That's great. I think if, as the leader, I hadn't sought that out, we would have missed that moment. And then the other guy just prompted him and he spilled his guts too. So
okay, great. So in terms of transferable principles, prep them ahead of time.
Prep them ahead of time.
Call out some of the quiet, non-participating ones.
Yep. And then I put a big item on the table. So the big item is, should we continue to do llama bucks like always, evergreen, all the time?
Now, why is that a big item?
Because it feels like
such a big deal in your junior high ministry right now. It's a big deal.
So yeah, if you haven't been listening to the show, llama bucks are a little incentive to help kids memorize scripture, do their devotions, and whatever, participate, clean up, serve, bring friends, all of it. Yeah. And so it's this little auction currency that we've created to help kids, jump in. Yeah. And it's been wildly successful.
It has been.
So the idea is, let's not do it anymore and leave them wanting more. We have a big auction planned for January 13th. So I said, have some thoughts. And
so you can auction on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, we'll auction on a Saturday night, stacked event.
13th is,
Yeah. So you'll have Marriage Matters. We've talked about stacked events before. So we'll have a stacked event of an auction. And then that night, that's the end of llama bucks for a while. So we decided,
you're kind of treating it like the McRib sandwich.
Exactly. So we thought, rather than have it be a flavor that's always available, which it could be, it's got enough energy and it totally could. let's treat it like a recurring thing that comes back. The peach milkshake, the McRib, that you're like, you cannot wait for that to come back, and leave them wanting a little bit more. So this summer, no llama bucks. At camp, no llama bucks. But fall kickoff, we bring them back.
So what if kids stop memorizing scripture and stop bringing their friends and stop serving?
The whole ministry tanks from a llama buck idea. We'll figure it out. We'll come up with something else. I don't know. It's a genuine concern. I just feel like
you know what you ought to do? You ought to create a higher denomination of them, because right now you just have $1.
Yep. So start with hundreds.
No, just have like, hey, we don't do llama bucks anymore, but we're going to start in the fall, and you just every once in a while you have a 20, and you just for some special prize, they got to hang on to it. Keeps kind of the currency name going throughout the year, because you're gonna go dark for
we're gonna go dark
6 or 7 months.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. But you never forget about the McRib, because it tastes so good.
Yeah, but it's nice to be reminded.
I agree.
In the year,
the McRib is coming. So anyhow, I said come to the table with ideas for a big decision as well. So anything that involves a significant programmatic change, I like to bring to a few people ahead of time too. So get some of the whatever pushback there in that meeting, and then make a good. I like collaboration. These moments are so fun for me, because I just like to be together, and we're laughing and we're drinking and we're whiteboarding, and anything's possible. And it just, the way a group of people moves together through that is just so life-giving to me. Yeah. So it was a blast.
Can we clarify what you were drinking?
We were drinking. This is the end of a antioxidant drink. It was very good. And then there's vodka. No, there's no alcohol, of course. It was Liquid Death and Gatorade and stuff. Yeah.
There you go. Now,
how dare you?
You told me that there was an idea. I know you don't want to talk about this, so I'm going to push you on it. Because
I got to be careful what I tell you. You make me talk about it on the show.
But here's the thing. We've said on the show we're going to talk about the good and the bad of the church.
Okay.
And so there was an idea that's thrown out that the church is doing that
I could
tell
you're
not excited about it.
Oh, yeah.
Share it.
All right. Here it comes.
It doesn't mean you won't support it if the pastor is listening.
Maybe you can come up with some leadership principles based on my response to that. Okay, here's the idea. That above me made the decision that we should release the registration date, prices.
As a junior high pastor, pretty much everybody's above you.
Also true. Though even the janitor's like, hey, do this for me. Will you? Oh, yes, sir. We're going to release the dates for everything on the same day. So the idea is, let's streamline communication. Let's make sure parents are in the loop. They don't have to go search for everything. We're going to launch camp registration for high school, camp registration for junior high, camp registration for elementary, VBS dates, all summer events, summer activities, summer pass, everything on the same day in, March or whatever.
Okay.
And I just feel like that's a lot for a family to take in. So if you have a kid and a junior higher or a high schooler or some combination of 1, 2, 3 kids, we're going to break the bank on this day.
Oh, because it's not just, you said releasing the dates.
It's not just releasing the dates.
It's registration as well.
It's opening registration. It's the best
I was thinking,
price.
I don't know why that's a bad idea. I actually think that's a good idea.
Well,
releasing.
Yeah.
Well, here's what you may get out of that. You may get more pulpit support.
I hope so.
You maybe get the leadership team talking about that,
because
everything is pointed toward that date.
Instead of us having a junior high calendar, they want a children's through high school calendar. And I'm just like, whoa, that's a lot to sort through. You got to filter now. And if you have a junior higher, and they also want to control the price, because junior high camp is a little too low, because kids camp is higher and high school camp is higher.
Wow.
So now we have to raise our prices, which I don't like.
Better prizes.
But better prizes, that's a win. That's a win. Anyhow, I just feel like it's I will say this, when a decision is not my own, it is a lot harder for me to get on board with. I'm a big boy, I can handle it. But when I feel like it's a great decision, it's easy to get on board with. But when it's not mine and it's not great, and here's the honest truth, maybe I don't think we'll get pulpit support. I don't quite trust that. That's a little bold thing to say right there. There you go. There's I might get in trouble after this show.
Well, why don't you lead toward that?
That's a good call.
To me, I'm in this situation. I'm going, okay, well, this is where upward influence comes in.
Yeah.
And as a youth ministry leader, you got to lead up. So, hey, I just want to go on record. I don't love this idea, because I think it's going to put families in a financial situation. So would the church be willing to do down, deposits.
Right. Oh, it'd be great.
Let's think through something. Can we
Yeah.
talk about this? Because, you're assuming that whoever made the decision has thought through all the edges of it, and chances are they haven't. So a little upward influence on you is one. I don't love this idea because, you're paying me to
think about junior high. That's what I do.
But because I'm a team player, I get it and I understand, and we'll move in that direction. But here's a couple things that are concerning me, and just list them out.
Yeah, it was tricky because instead of doing just spring planning, because we want this unified calendar and everything done, I had to plan all the way till next September. I mean, I'm like, I have Christmas services in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about September already. So it also added some extra pressure of like, you have to deliver. And now the good news is we worked really hard. We got good dates, good events. It's great. It really is great. But my apprehension was you're just asking for so much. Yeah. And then you're going to overload families with a big bill on the same day. We've done a really good job of signing up junior high kids for camp on day one. We open up camp registration and boom, parents are on it. And now I feel like I just don't want to be lost in the noise.
Yeah.
Now, your point about upward influence is really important because if I can get more people to see it, that's even better.
Yeah.
Now I'm winning again.
That's right.
But anyhow, so that's great. Great coaching. Thanks, Doug. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I need it because I'm not totally on board.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're on board as a team player.
Of course.
But now are you still going to, between you and me, and nobody's listening to this.
No one's listening.
Are you still going to do your own junior high calendar only?
Of course.
I would too.
Absolutely. They're too fun. I just grabbed the one from Download Youth Ministry.
Our church is big on alignment, and that's,
Yes.
Hence stacked events, and we like to align things to help families win.
And we see it win. We really do. Marriage Matters aligns with our stacked event. Everybody wins.
Yeah.
Families win. That's the key.
Yeah. So this is signups for just people with kids?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But, and I...
Can you tell I don't go to staff meetings?
Just a little.
I'm part-time.
I need to upward. I think that's the principle I need today is when I feel the tension of a decision that was handed down to me, accept it, team player it, blah, 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 but now mold it as best you can with upward influence.
Yeah.
That's great. That's a great takeaway.
Okay, well,
thanks, dude.
There you go. Let's end the show. You and I
and if anybody
are going to dinner tonight with our wives,
looking for a junior high pastor, let me know. I might apply. Yeah, we are. We get to go to
dinner.
dinner.
Might apply because you're going to get fired.
Exactly, because I disagree with the church decision.
Oh, come on! It's because you have a pulse. You can't agree with every decision. Just breathe, Josh. Just breathe.
I need to breathe.
You know what? Through your nose, 4 count. Exhale, 8 count.
8 is a lot.
I know Kathy and I started a yoga thing 2 nights ago. So that's.
I don't do yoga. I'm a Christian.
Yep.
I got a producer Travis giggle. That's all that mattered.
That's like the oldest.
It's a great bit.
Josh line in the bit.
I do.
Yeah.
It.
You're not even going to pause and ask me about our yoga.
Doug, No, I'm going to ask you about Colorado. How was it?
Oh, Colorado.
You just got back.
Yep. It was great.
Did you start yoga in Colorado?
No.
No surprise.
No, we bought the $59 yoga do-yourself course on Black Friday.
Fun.
And Kathy and I said,
Is it just breathing stuff, or do you do poses?
No, it's like stretching because I'm always sore. I'm sore from pickleball and CrossFit. Yeah. And Kathy said, I think you should do yoga. Let's do it together. I'm like,
That's awesome.
Yeah, you think you don't agree with the church decision. Well, but yes, dear.
In your office.
38 years. So we started it after our trip, but Kathy and I met Duffy Robbins and his wonderful wife, Maggie.
Maggie's the best.
Duffy and I have been writing books together and been speaking at youth specialties for 3 decades. And so we have a friendship that one lives in California, one lives in Pennsylvania, and we just hang out like once a year. We do something together.
And you met in the snow.
We met in Colorado.
Aww.
Yeah, for a little weekend away. It was great.
I was just thinking of you doing yoga in your warm office. It'd be like the womb pose, and you could just lay on the ground in there.
The guy talks through the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you relax? I'd like him to shut up.
I mean, we've only done it 2 nights, so I'll report next week if you remember. Yeah. But
I don't know if I care that much.
It's hard to relax because you're trying to count the breathing.
Yeah.
So breathing in, but you're literally supposed to like.
Nuh-uh.
8 count. And he
What?
says it does something like it relaxes you and the
All
whole
right.
bit. But
Well, I'll get on it.
Kathy's very happy we're doing it together.
I'm glad. It's a fun couple thing to do. Good for you. You mentioned pickleball, and I brought along a picture, Doug.
Oh, gosh,
If you're listening to the show, you're not going to get the joy of this picture. Here's Doug and I with our championship trophies.
Man. It wasn't even real pickleball.
We played in our a church tournament, and we won the whole thing.
Barely.
And it was great.
Barely. It was inside. The lights were bad. It was an indoor ball. Josh and I normally used to play with an outdoor ball.
That thing was rough.
Josh has glaucoma and couldn't see.
That's true.
I wear glasses for anything distance.
And I'm colorblind. I'm pretty my eyes are pretty disabled.
It was.
We were two old guys.
It was not the prettiest. You know, they named us.
They did. The Aging Youth Pastors.
That's the name they gave us.
That's the name of our team. But you know who won the tournament?
The Aging
Youth Pastors, baby. So there's us with our trophies.
And trophies. And notice it says first place is written in.
It's with like a Sharpie.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
there was like 30 people that played. It
34,
was a fun.
34. It was good.
38, 34.
I don't know. It was a lot.
Yeah.
We won.
We did not
come from behind.
Not lose. Championship game. We almost lost. We came back from behind.
Yep.
Yeah.
Upward influence. That's what I said.
I can't believe Josh was so nervous.
I was.
So nervous.
I don't know why, but I'm nervous about losing my job now.
Actually, second place got a better gift. They got a pickle blanket.
Third place got pickle socks, and we got a handwritten. I like to think of it as a personalized handwritten trophy. What's in? We have one more week, and then the Christmas season goes hard. Are you working on a message, or are you speaking at church soon?
I'm speaking next Saturday. And Sunday.
We'll save it for next week.
Sunday. Yeah.
Well, hopefully, we can steal a moment of your sermon prep, and
we'll do another
week of Sidekick.
If we do, I record video on
reports.
Wednesday. So Thursday and Friday are pretty. I mean, the message is done.
And it'll be great.
Yeah,
we got Christmas services and holidays ahead. It'll be fun.
You want to go on record and say you can help me with my intro?
You need help with your intro.
No, I don't.
I read it over. It's really rough.
You haven't read it. He is not telling the truth right now, you guys. He's not telling the truth.
Upward influence. I'll fix it. You'll never know the difference, and I'll take credit for it. But anyhow, I just like to say to Angie,
our biggest fan, Spotify number 1, 99.
Blessings to you this Christmas season, my friend, and thank you for listening to the show. If we had a shirt,
if we had a this week,
and if I had a stamp, I'd send you some arthritis cream that Doug. I'm gonna go put some of that on right now to clear out the office.
All right,
Travis is gonna leave so fast.
I like that. I like that. Fun. Take some confetti with you, Trav.
All right.
Inside jokes on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, we'll see you next week. Merry Christmas, everybody.